Okay. It's the 19th of October, and 12 minutes to the opening of the RTH session. And I'm back at my screens. For the Tuesday's trade. And this is the daily chart. And we've gapped up twice. And outside the day yesterday, very bullish. Day finished at the high. The overnight session is gapping up again. We have a range of 33 points on normal volume, 182,000 contracts. The overnight VPOC is at the high, and we're just retracing back to the overnight VPOC. So we are about to open with a 14-ish point gap. Gap of this size has low probability of closing. So my expectation is for a continuation of the move up. This is a 60-minute chart. And yesterday day session is this one. This is the overnight session. We've tested the VPOC to the tick. We're pulling back, and I can see a resistance area around the 75, 72 area. So my scenario one for today, based on current action, is for a trend up to continue, or for the move up to continue. So that's my scenario one. This is the overnight session on a 5-minute chart. This is the day session from yesterday, Monday. See the week high, the volume point of control at the top, a wide-ish range of 43 points, and the overnight is continuing the move up, strong delta. So my scenario one expectation, based on all these, is to the upside. This is the weekly one-time framing, and we had a continuing one-time framing down on the weekly, which was broken last Friday, and now we are time framing, one-time framing up on the weekly. We've just taken out the prior week's high, and the next target up is the high volume node at 45, 10, 11 HVN and a prior weekly VPOC. That's around 30 points from, no, that's around 20 odd points from where we are currently, so it's quite likely for us to take the all-time high currently on the RTH session, day session, currently at 45, 38.75, so 38.75. The all-time high in the full session is 45.40. 45.40, and the VPOC is at 45.18.5. So scenario 1 today is in blue. Let me just adjust the scale. So scenario 1 today for me is with the slower to the overnight view up in mid, and find a base and continue higher to the century figure. So the stock zone at 20. That will give us around 38 points. Scenario 1, or the naked VPOC at 24. Scenario 2 in green is the resistance zone on the higher time frame. So scenario 2 is we open in about 5 minutes time, high probability test of the overnight VPOC, close the overnight gap, and test the century figure and continue to the downside, testing the 70 area, which is a resistance area on the higher time frame. Scenario 2 that was. Scenario 3 is we've been quite bullish yesterday day session, and we flagged, and we had another spike up. So imbalance, balance, imbalance, so more inclined to expect a balancing action today, but the markets can have its buy the dippers and trend up. Scenario 3, I'm expecting the targets to be 45.20 and 45.39. 45.20, 39.40. Scenario 4, a sell off. A sharp sell off. And on downside, with the current daily range, I expect us to test the Yesterday day session high at 79.75 down to the volume point of control from yesterday, the overnight low at 72, and below that this is the point of control, and the overnight low, and below that we have an LPN and the 68 single print 66. And find support in the stalk zone at 56. So that's scenario 4. And that's that.